would not be killed by a meteorite.
You're not wrong.
The same can be said of us.
This is true.
So Hamal thinks that this room is kind of a beacon that would allow a ghost that otherwise would not, or maybe not be able to manifest here. Manifest here.
And I'm pretty sure it is a ghost, not any other kind of spirit.
It, not like a. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be like a wraith or anything that like can just roam around, or a ghoul or anything.
Right.
Like, you're pretty sure it's a ghost, or like something in the ghost category, like a poltergeist that can throw things, or
Yeah. A haunting presence.
Yes.
Not like a shadow or something.
No, those are free roamers.
That'd be a good time though. I'd love to run into one of those bad boys.
I will keep that in mind.
Come on, Necromancer, Shadow, just give me the ability to rebuke. In fact, I might check out Cleric.
I wanted to say next adventure is going to be Undead City, but then I realized it literally is an Undead City.
Yeah, well then, yeah, no, I can't wait. It'll be a good time.
And worms.
Well, yeah, no, the worms suck. This is always the case.
So who's going up?
I will carefully go up sneakily.
Okay. You are at, we'll say, the circular room. You're going to be at, we'll say, the 12 o'clock spot. Where are you walking?
3 o'clock.
Okay, you start tracing the edge around.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing happens.
6 o'clock.
You notice that all the energy is flowing from a central point.
Oh. I take one of my arrows and I throw it to a central point.
Okay. It clatters there, and then you hear a voice kind of whisper.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to reverberate throughout the whole room. Why have you come?
I'm just an arrow. I'm sweet.
I mean, answer.
Well, she had to go AFK for a second.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, so I guess never mind. Melissa's back. So, what do you really say?
We come to find treasure.
What kind of treasure?
Whatever we can get our hands on.
For what purpose?
Wealth. What else is there?
Do we hear her talking?
You hear both of these voices.
You guys are probably going, oh shit, she's getting herself into something.
Yeah. Hamal's gonna like poke his head up into the room and look around and like gesture frantically for Sumi to like come down here.
No, I got this.
I'm really not sure I believe you, Sumi. Like, tell him we're doing it to fight the worms. Or demons or something.
What does he say to my?
It says, mortals are always such short-sighted creatures. You are not worthy.
Ha! I'm farsighted.
He'll speak up and he'll say, hold on, we're doing this for a good cause.
Oh, there's that too.
So then you speak up, Hamal, and it says, why have you come?
We've come here at the request of family, but also to rescue a friend and to attempt to obtain things that will help us fight against Caius.
I haven't heard that name in thousands of years, and you have the stench of demons on you. You are also not worthy.
Wait, am I not worthy? He didn't say I wasn't worthy.
It said you're not worthy.
Well, of course I have the scent of demons on me. I'm a candy, and I'm related to them. And guess what? Family does include fiends as well. But
well, you're talking this kind of snake-like. It's like an ice sculpture kind of flowing into form. It looks like almost like a worm, not a Caius worm. More like that thing from the abyss, just got a human head on it, and it's kind of slowly undulates out of the floor. And it says, "It's been a long time since the Wind Dukes and I defeated the demons. Why would I believe you? Why would I help you?"
Because the demons weren't killed forever, for obvious reasons, and Caius has begun his move upon the world once again. We fought worm colossi, worm zombies, even a dragon has been corrupted in such a way. But its egg was full of them.
Yeah, let's do diplomacy.
Okay. I can do diplomacy.
Cortez, what are you doing this whole time? Cortez?
Rosale.
Oh, I just realized I was muted.
Oh.
Yeah, I was muted the whole time. I kept saying things. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, she was just kind of listening below, trying to she couldn't really hear what was going on. Just kind of get a good,
What does Elston do?
He's just kind of waiting.
Yeah, she's probably she's probably with Alice, basically.
We need you.
So, hold on, I gotta see what Hamal rolled.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I rolled 17. 11 plus 6.
What would I say to that? Lies. They were eradicated long ago. Leave, or I shall kill you.
What if I could give you proof?
Must be irrefutable proof.
Well, and he'll go attempting and searching around in his bag. Yeah, I've got some right here. Oh, let me look through my equipment. Because I am like 99% sure we still have that scroll that teaches us how to make gigantic worm monsters.
We do.
That thing is not a Caius worm, though. Or, no, it wasn't a Caius worm.
Well, yeah, but are they associated mythologically with Caius?
I don't remember, but I will. I mean, it's worm-like. I'll say yes for now because I just don't remember, and I don't want to go look through the older magazines trying to find that one little spot.
I just remember because I remember they were on the cover of like the Age of Worms.
It was on. That was on the thing that you guys fought was on the cover of the Champions Belt. No, it wasn't on the cover of Champions Belt. It was on where the adventure actually starts. That's where it is. It's not an overworm, which was the Wayne Reynolds thing showing the giant worm with the tiefling chick jumping and swinging in the dark elf guy. The worm thing is an old girl Sasta, which has a bunch of eyes and a bunch of little tendril things and barfs at skeletons. But I do agree that they are both very worm-like, so I will say that it is associated with some with Caius, but it's not the giant overworm thing that.
Oh, they're worm spawn actually. The broad category monsters created by Caius.
Okay.
With the
Okay.
the spawn and the Avalakia and the Broodfiend and all that.
And it mentions the Ogre. I don't know the exact.
Ogre Stasta, a massive pale yellow maggot.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, that's so you get that.
I'll pull that and say this ritual was attempted in a town on the or a city on the material plane not less than a month ago. It was barely thwarted by us.
It says you hear the voice much more louder. You dare bring that here?
Where would you rather us leave it? Out where others could find it?
The air gets much colder, and then it says, "Cast the scroll to me, if you truly are not one of Caius's disciples."
Yeah, here. He's just gonna kind of look around at the others, shrug, and say, "Yeah, here."
Okay, so you throw it, and the scroll like kind of hits the floor and slides all the way over to it, and then the voice says, you hear it say, "It disperses like sand cast in the wind," and the scroll disintegrates.
Thank you. That is actually a very foolproof way of destroying it. I'm glad we found that.
You know, Hamal, that the scroll is actually supposed to be completely indestructible.
Yeah. No, that is exactly why he's playing it so cool, because he's like, oh shit. Oh fuck, okay. This thing is serious.
Do you have any other relics of Caius?
I don't think we do we?
Not that I know of. We got a bunch of that stuff in the doppelganger place.
Yeah, but those weren't Caius specifically.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What was the question again? Do we
have any other relics of Caius?
Relics. No. Corzil certainly doesn't.
You don't have any of those worms or anything, like canned worms?
Not on us.
4 green spinels, blocks of green incense. Has a dark green potion. Ooze.
I think we left that shit back at Filge's.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
He kept all the jars and whatnot.
Dark green potions?
Yeah.
But you never figured what they did?
Right. What? Shall we show him some of this? They're like, this is green. How about this? I know.
But you have those on you, right?
Yeah, I think we do.
Okay. It says, I smell the taint of Caius upon you, so.
So I take you mean these dark green things we found? Because that's the only dark green stuff I know of.
Empty them.
Near you or at me?
Them.
Okay, I'll go pop, and...
When they kind of goop out like snot,
Yeah.
and then there are Caius worms in each of them.
Ew.
Oh, geez. Sumia?
Hey, he told me to do it.
And then the voice says, they shrivel like grapes in the sun. And you see all the worms just...
Thank God.
And they evaporate.
Is that something you can teach? Because that would make our job a lot easier.
Maybe.
Or something similar, or...
I am merely speaking. I'm merely forcing portents to become true.
I mean, cool. You got like a scroll of portents that we can make come true, or I mean,
no, I know. I know many things of past and present and future, and some things I can force to become reality.
Man, I got into the.
No longer exists, so it no longer exists. I wish they could die because they're dead.
I got in the wrong game here. Spent all this time learning how to be a wizard. I should have just been a whatever you are.
An oracle. I believe the closest approximation of mortal magic would be divination.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. We're remind me, Sumi, when we get back to Dovin, we gotta stop by the Wizards Guild.
Okay.
So it says, I am inclined, despite your infernal heritage, I'm inclined to believe you. No apostate of Caius would willingly relinquish those scrolls for any reason, even under the pain of death.
Oh yeah, we had to kill the one that had it.
I can take you to Icosiel's true tomb, but there are still more ordeals you will need to overcome.
We got 2 other people with us, including my owlbear. If that's okay with you. I'm talking to the guy.
Yes, we do have
They
others
must
that
approach.
journey with them.
It says they must approach.
Corzale, Alliston, get up here.
She's been listening this whole time, but yeah.
Go
ahead.
Brazil, what is your god's name?
What is her god name again?
I'm
Bel
Amaranth, yes.
When you pop up Corzel, the voice says, "A warrior of Bel Amaranth, you are worthy."
Oh, come on.
She smiles broadly and kind of just looks at.
It was Bel Amaranth's warriors that fought the worms that writhed underground long ago, while we swept them away from the land and sky.
I'm certain we weren't the only one, but yes, I know of my my god's work in ordeals.
When you say I'm sure we're the only ones, it immediately corrects him and says, "No, you were. It was Bel Amaranth's warriors."
At least underground.
Underground.
Gotcha.
Come on now, what about the elves?
Overrated.
There are elves that follow Bel Amaranth, but yeah.
Yeah, but they got to be like living underground and.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, he's actually kind of ecstatic to be talking to this thing, to see it. He starts conversing with it in actually the wind language.
Oh,
and you think there's a couple jokes being told back and forth.
Oh my God.
Then
jokes.
And then eventually the one thing, the oracle stops speaking, and Allison's just kind of like, I'm worthy.
It said that?
Yeah.
No, like she's saying that to Allison, like it said that, or are you just saying that?
Oh, it said that.
Okay.
It's got quite a sense of humor. You know, we did some jokes about the weather up here.
Yeah, sure.
It wouldn't translate into a common very well, or Dwarven, but
What about
no.
Or infernal.
So
of course you're
now
worthy.
that, well, I mean, he, lifetime of studying all this stuff.
Yeah.
But so okay, so obviously the owlbear, I'm not gonna judge your pet.
Yay!
It is merely a beast.
It's a cute beast.
What about and he's gonna like motion to Heisvi Elthrir, who has been very quiet recently.
The
I'm
dragon.
most familiar.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, no, I was obviously just messing with him.
It will be your +1.
Question.
Yes.
I was told to keep an eye out for something called one of the Rod of Seven Parts.
Why?
I don't know why. That's why I'm asking. Do you know what the Rod of Seven Parts was for, given your extensive knowledge of of the past and present and future?
It was instrumental in the war against the worms.
What else could it destroy besides the worms?
It was used to destroy. It had a myriad of magical abilities. When whole, unfortunately, when it was used to skewer the general of the opposing side, it was shattered into 7 pieces, and they've been scattered about.
And the large part is here.
Yeah, that's what he just said in Kosiel's tomb.
Yeah. Well, I'm guessing at Kosiel's true tomb.
Yes, it is true too.
What if it was given to demons?
Why would you do that?
I'm not saying we would do that. I'm asking.
It speaks the truth. And now you have to tell it exactly.
Oh.
Zone of truth. Hamal will speak up and say, those requests from family, I was told that they wanted whatever was in here, that wanted to retrieve it.
Infernal family.
But
it's cold and it says, if your intent is to deliver it, I will not only not take you to the tomb, I will destroy you.
Well, obviously,
something you could do to help prevent that? Because they said they would kill it. Can you make a fake?
I could. But so hold on. When it says if your intent is to deliver it, I will not help you. I will destroy it. What do you say?
He just kind of shrugs like, well, I never said I was going to deliver it to them. I said I would keep an eye out for it.
It's going to do the same thing it did to me.
Yeah, it says it speaks the truth. What is your intent with the rod if you get it?
Probably to use it against our foe, Caius.
You have to tell it
Hamal was just going to steal the shit and use it against Caius if it turned out to be useful.
But our deal was with his.
Well, hold on. So I guess the fine thing is, if you deem it not to be useful, will you give it to them?
No,
it's useful. Like I've already deemed it useful.
Was this your answer made it sound like that you were going to go, if it's useful, then I'll keep it. If it's not, then I don't give a shit.
We're fairly certain it's useful.
We've already decided it's useful, yes. You have been spending far too much time amongst the fiends, my friend.
Because it's more the way you responded.
I
get you. I was just like, I need to be sure, like, this is what you're... Okay, so if you... the fragment in the tomb, its sole power is to completely restore any creature touched by it. But that's just its individual power. If assembled, it can do much more.
Well,
Wait, it can do what again?
True resurrection.
It will completely restore them.
Oh.
It will undo not death, but it will undo everything else.
Not death.
It won't undo death,
That's what I thought.
But like, let's say you happen to know a Dwayne partially and mutilated by a worm.
Say it would undo worm infection, correct?
It will cure every ailment that has not been inflicted by age.
What about Filch? Could we take his...
I don't know who Filch is.
I know that, but I mean, I'm talking to you as a GM.
No, it wouldn't do that. he's not like a person anymore.
Okay.
He's a mind cloned doppelbody.
Mind cone crystal doppelbody.
And then for sale save that was really badly fucked up, that guy could actually be fully, completely, wholly restored to normal.
Ooh. Actually, if this true tune that you want to take us to, correct?
I might.
I might, yes, or you might. If you can, if there's, I have to go back this way, out of the tower. Yeah, instead of making a fake one, that'd be great. Because those demons are waiting for us, you know.
There are fiends outside.
They were here before we got here, and we ended up running into them. Made it to them all. You know, it's just these 1 in a billion chances. So, you know.
The planes, though infinite, are smaller than one would hope them to be.
I hardly think it coincidence, but I know that Hamal didn't call them here.
Yes.
I have no need to compel you to speak the truth, warrior of Bel Amaranth. I believe you.
Well, thank you, Cordell, for vouching for me. That means a lot to me.
I would have sensed your foul magic if you had, she says offhanded.
Well, I may be many things, but I am not a diabolist.
She looks at you
No,
like,
that's true.
I'm not 100% sure of that, but...
I mean, there have been some schemes and whatnot, but they're all for the greater
No,
good.
he hasn't even tried to learn conjuration.
Oh, that's true.
Which normally I'd be all about that, but
I appreciate it because I haven't actually worked on the conjuration tree at all.
yeah. That's I'm cool with taking the necromancer and illusionist route, and Hamal, I mean, he's got enough disdain for his infernal family anyway that it's totally in character for him to go, fuck this, I don't need to be a diabolist. That's the easier way.
Did you see the necromancer tree in the third appendix, do you think?
I did. Well, I'm pretty sure I did.
I did change the core necromancer thing. I wanted to see what people thought about it. But now when you kill creatures with necromancy magic, you regain vitality points.
Right.
I'm playing the Diablo 2 necromancer, and I kind of like the idea of a necromancer like kind of partially feeding soul things.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. As soon as it came out, I got it myself. I played it for like...
even in Diablo 2, I've always been about bone and curse. I like how I can be fully bone and curse in Diablo 3 as well.
My necromancer in Diablo 2 was pure poison. Before they patched the game, I did poison dagger, perfect emeralds, 30,000 poison damage, and then they patched it, so then it sucked, and I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
Because all my friends were doing the minion thing, and I was like, I want to try this thing and see if it works, and it worked out great. But they patched it, and on Diablo 3, you can't undo these things or try new things. So, meh.
Yeah,
I'm liking it. I know something that comes out before I really play it though, because then I can do a necro to 1 to 70 and get all of the free shit. So,
yeah.
For sure. Oh yeah, Hamal's not a Diabolist, and that's technically that is objectively true because he hasn't tried the conjuration necromancy thing. So the appendix 3 thing after this to see if there's anything I changed to anything. I don't think I did except for the core necromancer thing. You can't talk to ghosts now. That's a separate talent or it's a ritual thing.
Well, it's good because I took it as a separate talent.
Oh well, then awesome. I guess I remembered it correctly.
Yeah. It was.
I think I changed what it does though to make it a little more. I think I changed it to you can ask 1 question per level now instead of just 3 or something. So
Yeah.
It might be more useful for you now to do that.
Potentially, yeah. I'll run through my talents and see.
Yeah,
what
I gotta do it now because oh my god, it's your whole character's changed. I think it's just like minor things. So
yeah, no, I'm not worried about it.
The oracle tells you there are yet more challenges you'll need to overcome to reach this tomb. If I will take you there, if you return Icosiel's blessing, I will assist you in escaping the fiends.
Yay!
Return.
Bypassing them.
Oh, yeah,
Can
that
you
one.
can you tell us the form that this blessing takes?
You will know it when you see it.
Feel
That's
it.
super not helpful at all. But thank you.
Well,
Like I get it. You
or-
have to be cryptic. I'm not mad. It's just
Oh, I don't have to be cryptic. I just enjoy it.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either.
So it says, before I take you there, is there anything else you wish to do before we go? You won't be able to return. That will be the only way you'll be able to return.
Oh, well, really.
So don't piss it off, guys. I feel like I haven't gotten your name yet.
I was gonna say, what is it?
Sion CR.
Who?
Sion CR.
Can you write that out for us?
Oh, just like it sounds.
Oh, okay.
There you
And then it says, no, I got no hands.
Yeah.
Because you looked at me because of the joke I made, right? So you got a sense of humor.
I know.
How does Wormspawn have its own wiki page?
Good question. Don't know.
That's super weird.
I typed in Ulgar Sasta and it was like the first thing, one of the first things that popped up, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, he linked it on.
Oh.
It's just funny. It has its own dedicated wiki page. It's like that doesn't usually happen, but yeah.
Like a real wiki page too, not one of those like fan wikis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, it was just weird. Really weird.
This wiki page is about as barren as that. Weird. Okay, yeah. If you look in the Age of Worms thing, that cover with the green worms, yeah, those are the overworms.
Oh, okay.
Have we experienced one?
No.
Oh, good.
No.
No. So yeah. So are you ready?
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. My bad. I was thinking of the cover of like Caius' chapter in Elder Evils. That's got an Ulgar Sasta on it.
Now he's looking for that.
Let me see here. Not Ofka Games. RPG.
Yes, I'm ready to go.
Elder Evils. Because I remember I snagged a picture of it and pushed and sent it to you, and you were like, "Yeah, that's totally it." Let me see here.
Oh, yeah. Is that what we thought? Oh, that is what we thought.
This is the Wayne Reynolds version of it, which looks way more badass than the one in the adventure cover. The adventure one is.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah. So
It's like a weird. I mean, the Wayne Reynolds one, it's like a caterpillar thing with a bajillion eyes, which.
Or a maggot.
Yeah, like a.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's how they described it on the worm spawn page 2. It's just massive, nasty maggots created by
A massive pale yellow maggot. Yeah, okay, that works. Works for me. So, again, so Sumi, you're like, I'm ready to go. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm. Where do I sit? Where should I have my feet?
On the ground.
All right.
Everyone else give it all give him
Thumbs up.
There you go. Thumbs up.
Oh man, we totally destroyed the apostolic scrolls, didn't we? Or at least one copy of them.
So
you did.
From...
Wait, I forgot.
We. I said
Showing
we.
my horns.
And I said you.
Yeah, well.
Those are the horns of one of the demon princes that Icosio slew in personal combat.
Is there anything special about these horns?
No.
They're trophies.
Was it a trophy? Why were they with whatever?
Well, they're a trophy.
Fine, they're my trophy.
We've killed a couple demons.
Kozel and Himal, you guys ready to go?
Yeah, no, I'm ready. Let's hit it.
Mm-hmm.
It says it becomes a vessel and carries them to the Icosiel's tomb. And then the room that you're in, you see the trap door, the ice tower. It starts to it melts up, and so it's gone. And so now you can see the two demon guys, brother in the shadow, just kind of looking up. But he's not really. He's kind of sitting there looking up. And then the tower turns into a sphere. It zips away from the ground, you just gone, in an instant. And everyone, you're all flung to the ground, pushed to the edge of the room.
Yeah, I see it.
And it starts to shake and roll about.
So it's gonna be like a gravitron almost.
The trapdoor seals just as Korzil almost slips over and falls out of it.
It's like a glass elevator from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah. If it was a glass ball and it was tumbling around erratically. And after a few seconds, you can hear a howling wind and crackling. You can see flashes of what you realize is quickly lightning because of the thunder that follows it. And the ceiling starts to melt away until you're on a circular platform. Is a ridge around it, about 2 feet high, and you're just buffeted by wind, this fierce wind, and you can see that there's a bunch of swirling clouds, and these rocks. They vary in size from the size of a house to the size of a castle. Crash into each other, chips of rock fly off, and in the center you can see there's this spherical stone that is several hundred feet in diameter. It looks like there's those little holes on it. And kind of in a it looks like it's in the middle of this stormy sphere. And the Sion Stark says that is Icosiel's true tomb.
Interesting.
So, out of character, was it like a type of teleportation, or was this? Did we physically move through space?
Like you, Korzil, you definitely felt like you moved too much, too fast in a. You don't know which way's down anymore, but you know that you didn't teleport. You moved.
Okay.
And have no idea how far you moved, but. Based on how far that the actual rest of the tomb just vanished from your sight, probably quite a ways away.
Okay.
So now, Korzil, you are in this endless sky. You have no idea where you are. No idea where the other tomb went. No ground.
She's alone?
No, I'm just saying. It's For everyone else, it's probably a little jarring, you're in a strange place, no idea where to even go to get home. But it's that plus no ground.
Yeah, she feels cut off from the world, even more so now.
You want to sit on my owlbear?
I think she's good.
That is one way she can just get on and close her eyes.
So basically you have the Icosiel's tomb, which looks like it's a big round rock with a bunch of holes in it. think like a hurricane, but a hurricane that's a sphere. So the eye, there's a calm, relatively calm space in the center, but then all around it there are clouds. You can still see through the clouds. I mean, sometimes they'll get a little thick, and you'll briefly lose vision of the tomb, but then very clearly you can see inside this, again, spherical hurricane. Also, this crackling lightning. These stones of various sizes swirling about, smashing each other periodically.
Right.
So, how are you gonna get to it?
What do you mean? He stops?
Yes.
I guess we'd be like, what do we do now?
It says this is your first ordeal.
How to get there? And is he outside of the storm?
The icy platform. So the sphere turned into a disc now with a ridge. So when the wind hits you guys, you might get flung back or fall, but you won't actually fall out of it. But he's parked it beyond most of the influence of the storm.
But there's a thing to go there. You said an icy ramp?
No.
Oh, you mean it's just air?
Yes.
Well, I can fly. That's certainly but I know that's not going to work for everybody.
And is Hamal able to make something that we can stand on and he moves, or is that going to take up too much of his mana?
I could do it. It's just we'd have to rest afterwards.
The trick is that whatever Hamal makes, the wind could knock you off of it, unless he basically puts you guys in an illusionary box.
Or with something that would secure our feet. Secure us to the platform.
Well, if you make a solid illusion thing and that will work, but then if it gets hit by one of the rocks, that's any one of those rocks would obliterate the illusion.
This is true. Unless it's an illusion of something very, very hard and we all believe it. But that has to happen.
I'm going to say about 300 feet away from it.
300 feet? Okay. I was about to ask that as well.
Yeah, because of his roots.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's nothing for the roots to grow
out of. Well.
So
are there rocks flying by?
Yes. They're all irregularly shaped. They might have at one point been orbs, like the one in the middle, but then after smashing each other, they've gotten smaller and different shapes. And some of them are flying by. You could feasibly try jumping to one as it passes by.
I was thinking of what kind of rope?
Grappling hook.
But what would I do after that? Spin around. Yep. Hopefully I don't hit another rock.
To another one.
I want to detect magic. I just want to see what's going on. Anything around us.
The tomb is magical.
Okay, that doesn't help me. If he uses those boots, how well can he fly with the wind and the rocks?
Boots?
Or not
Wand.
boots.
It's a wand.
My eagle wand.
So we're you would be either. It depends. Okay, if you're flying against the wind, you're effectively slowed, but that's it. You can still fly against the wind.
Okay. That's perfect. I have 2 rope. Who else has rope?
So you're saying you should tie yourself to me?
No. Actually, no. is tie the rope around you,
Ooh,
and I'll have the other end, and you fly across.
Alliston also knows the fly spell. I just checked the stat block.
Well, then he can help. So you guys have a flying buddy.
Corzel just kind of says, "Do you think you'll need me on this one?"
Yes, Corzel, you
I'm
are.
just saying,
You were the most worthy out of all of us.
She's like, yeah. She still smiles, but it's like, yes, I am. Right? Kind of like smile.
I say if we can get 300 feet of rope, a little over 300 feet of rope, we can get one end with, or have Hamal take. I'll hold the one end. He'll take the other end across. We'll let people go, and then at the end I can take. They can pull me in or something like that. I don't know. Or Alliston can stay, and he can fly over after we've all gone past.
Yeah, I mean that's also true. We've got to assume, of course, that we're going to do it in such a way that we're not going to run into any rocks.
Well, I mean, I'm sure the rope is small. The rocks won't hit it, I hope. Thin enough.
But okay. Well, then we just assume that people are quick enough to get over.
Yeah.
It's optimistic, but let's do it.
Really?
Why not?
As Santer says, I will return in the future when you need me, and then the platform in CNCR just is gone.
On.
So you're all just floating because you don't actually know which way's down.
Yeah.
So you're all just kind of floating in front of the swirling cloud thing.
Oh shit.
Corzel just kind of like closes her eyes and tries to like
Oh my god.
think of better places.
She's good. Oh my god.
No. So right now, Corzel, you're not going anywhere because you don't know which way's down anymore.
I know. She's just trying not to think about it.
So we're all just flying.
You're not flying, you're floating.
Yeah.
Because you will fall from. So Allison explains. He says, whatever way you think is down, that's where you're going to fall. So just don't think about it. Okay, this is Ray from Ghostbusters. Don't think about your destroyer.
I can't help it. I'm totally like Ray. I'm not thinking of down, but I mean, I want to get to the tomb.
Well, then think of the tomb as down.
Yeah, that's true.
That's going to be real tough. I guess we could try.
That's also a 300-foot fall as well, just so you know. But
we have to hope that we don't fall.
Yeah, 300 fall.
Actually, Hamal will do this then.
You go back and forth and take us, or hold our hands.
I was just going to. Yeah, I was gonna. How many of us are there? There's 4 plus the owlbear.
Well, the owlbear. Oh, the owlbear's kind of. That's what it's large now.
Yeah, it doesn't have wings, right?
So how many?
Yeah, I bet it is. Its claws are digging into me. I know it.
Let's see here.
Urinating. It's like this kind of globing.
Oh my god! Like as if we're in a space station.
Yeah.
That's
you don't know
the worst. D4 per wizard level. How many 5 feet cubes am I going to need to completely surround us?
6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I want to say 20.
20? Oh, shit.
What's on?
I was going to try to...
60 feet.
Corzel will ball herself up into Mia's lap.
I'm trying to figure out how many 5 feet cubes. He's trying to how much 5 feet cubes you guys need to surround yourself, so I need to...
Because we got the 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 more for the owlbear, right?
18. Oh, I was way off. 18 26.
Well,
Yeah,
I
think it's
suppose I
26.
might be thinking. I suppose I might be thinking of it differently than you are. Like, if I wanted to enclose myself in a
Oh.
5-foot cube.
One, you just hollow it out and kind of curl up a little bit, and you get
Right.
inside your box.
So if I were to do that with one of its sides missing, then conjure one next to me that Sumia could fit in.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, okay.
Then
So
do that.
four,
Do that for
basically
each.
four.
Yeah, 4 plus 4 for the owlbear.
Yeah, it'd be 5 then with the owlbear.
Yeah, let's say 5 for the other.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. That's actually
Much better.
Yeah, I'm trying to be as efficient as possible with this.
yeah. You said 5-foot cubes. I was like, well, surround yourself in 5-foot cubes. Well, in D&D math, that would.
No, that'd be.
You're just gonna
Yeah.
put yourself in a box that's hollow.
Yeah.
Crate,
Okay.
basically.
Yeah. All right. So 5 D4, please. No. Okay, that's only 11 mana. Poof. We're all in a box, and then Hamal's going to think. Really, he's going to make sure that one of the sides of the box is pointed directly at the tomb,
Okay.
and then he's going to think of that direction as down.
Okay. So, so you're dropping down like
No
elevator
way.
shaft, just like,
Oh God.
and then you hit the wind, and so the preliminary box starts getting moved around in a circle.
God. Oh my God.
And they're slowly spiraling towards the tomb.
You mean we could have just jumped?
What?
Because it sounds like we slowed down with the wind.
No.
Oh, I see. You mean you were doing this little spiral,
You're like
going down a
think
drain
like
kind of thing.
atmospheric re-entry.
Got it. Wow.
I cheated by basically like we're not going to be affected by gravity until we think we're affected by gravity, and I'll cheat by thinking of instead of the tomb is down, just the wall of the box I put in front of the tomb, and that's 2 feet to fall and not 300.
God.
Did you guys get hit by a rock? Nope.
Sweet.
One more thing. Okay, so you get near the halfway point when the box is struck by a rock and is completely undone. So you guys are kind of free falling down, but you're now like you're past the wind wall now. So now you're just plummeting towards the tomb. What do you do?
Stop thinking about it as down. There is no down. There is no down. There is no down.
Interesting.
But wait, were we all in the same box or?
Yeah, I made sure we were all in the same box.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're not anymore.
No, they got struck. So
Okay.
you managed to get through the whole thing, and near that
Yeah,
end
yeah.
is when you got destroyed.
Uh-huh.
But so the wind does disrupt your fall a little bit, but you are falling. Now you're out of it. You didn't get. You got hurt by the initial impact.
Mhm.
The tomb. It's not going to be 300-foot drop falling damage thing. It's still going to hurt pretty bad though. What are you guys going to do?
I'm gonna try and think. I'm gonna try and grab my owlbear.
Okay.
And I'm gonna think. There is no down. There is no down. There is no down.
Give me an intelligence check.
There we go, baby. Come on. Yes.
What is it?
Net 20.
Oh my god.
Yes.
So assuming that you guys are like,
Ah!
and Subi's just kind of bobbing in the air now.
With my owlbear.
Yes.
That I'm trying desperately to hold
And pee
because
some more.
it,
Now you get like little pea moons orbiting
Oh,
around
God.
you.
Rosal can't even
Um,
scream. She's just trying to keep him upchucking, basically.
I'm gonna shout, think there is no down. I don't know what else to do but to throw you guys a rope.
What are you doing, Hamal?
I'm also just going to wait until he's close to the tomb and then activate his eagle wand.
Okay. Oliston is going to grab Corsair and use his fly spell.
Oh, I'm gonna-
Yeah, just so you know, Corzel has had her eyes closed the entire time, so she has no idea what's going on.
As to be expected.
A
So
little scaredy dwarf.
you're just like, bring it on.
Like,
I knew this was gonna happen. No one listens to me. And then then you feel all of a sudden you feel a hand grab you, and then all of a sudden like you hear all of a sudden mutter some words, and then there's like an abrupt jerk, and then you can't actually, like, you both land in a heap. You don't take any damage, but it's still, you're a little sore because it was catches someone mid fall, trying to jerk him up. It still hurts a little bit, but you're both fine.
She bowls over. Yeah.
Come on, I didn't 20 that.
Well, you bobbed in the air.
I think the moment she hits something that she recognizes as ground, she's like pukes a bile. Just like, oh, she's got nothing in her stomach, but just
Right.
So Cordell is just like, you're puking a bile, and it just kind of blah, 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 and it turns into a bile orb that's floating in front of you.
Yeah.
Kamal, you do your go on thing.
Yeah. She go on, and then like he's going to stop before he hits the ground and like look back up to Sumi and go, "What? Just do you want me to come get you now?"
How far am I away?
You're like 40 feet up.
Feet, do you get hurt?
Every 10 feet, you take d6 damage from the fall.
Never mind.
Well, you can easily go up, grab her, and then just knock her back to the ground.
Like the way you said, never mind.
No, thank you.
I mean, I probably could take it. I just don't want to.
No.
Good idea.
And so you're all on the surface of the tomb now. You can see now that you're on it, there's all these like kind of Celtic whorls and knots and patterns spiraling all over it.
Do we have to think of it as the ground?
If you don't, it's going to be kind of like moonwalking. You're kind of like sort of drift away. And
like I said, the first service that Corzel hits, she instantly thinks that as ground. So.
Well, that's good.
You can see around you there are several there's holes in the ground. Yeah. So you see around you there's like 3 holes in the ground. This is just the first part of it that you've seen. There's a loud clattering as you see all these bones start falling, like just whipping out of the winds and smashing into the ground like these little bone piles.
How big are these holes?
They are about the size, about 3 feet diameter. So you can
squeeze through if we're going head first. That's just terrible. Can we see inside it?
Yes. When you look inside, you see the only the initial first 3 to 4 feet is that narrow, and then it widens out further in to about 10 feet diameter. They're like they're these like almost perfectly smooth cylindrical tunnels.
Bored out by something.
The bone piles, they clatter to the ground. It's like you'll see like a couple bones fall out, clatter, 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 then more follow it, and then more. And there's just like a whole rain of bones around you. Then they begin to assemble themselves into what look like vaguely they look humanoid, but instead of arms, they have bird wings.
Fun. Give me 1 second.
They have arms instead of wings.
They have they look like people, but they're kind of their backs are kind of hunched over. Their legs, they're like bones, end in talons, and they have what look like these skeletal wings. Like there's absolutely no flesh on them at all. But they have these skeletal wings instead of arms.
Oh, they have wings instead of arms. Okay.
Wings instead of arms, and they're skeletal, which means they probably can't fly, and if they can, I need it. I need to figure out their secret. Flying skeletons, man? That's where it's at.
The what?
I just said flying skeletons, man? That's where it's at.
Give me a Arcana or Nature roll. Work.
Hell yeah. Get that sweet, sweet arcana. 13 plus 7, 20.
Okay, these are harpy skeletons.
But can they still fly?
You don't know. You haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
Actually, Olliston will whisper in your ear, be careful. They can still fly here.
Well, okay, yeah, here, not necessarily. Okay, that's fair. Anything can fly here.
And where are these skeletons? They're like in the holes, burrowed in the holes.
No, they fell out of the sky.
Fell out of the sky.
They fell out of the wind. The spherical hurricane, the sphericane.
Sphericane.
They don't make any noise. They just start moving towards you, probably to claw or bite you.
Make sure not to break them completely. I need them.
No promises.
I know.
Yeah.
Finish the time.
Okay.
It's
Ooh. Yeah,
Well,
20.
I'm glad I wasted all my good rolls earlier because I rolled a 2 on initiative.
20. Just 20.
well, there are going to be 5 of these harpies. Just I'm going to say 6. That way, I can see what you guys can do. They're only level 7, so we'll see what happens. But I got a 17 on initiative.
I got 17 as well, so I go first.
They go first. They have a higher dex than you.
I got a
Damn.
20 added.
20?
Mhm.
Oh, I got a roll Olston. He did not do that. So, Sumian goes first.
I just assume that
Yay.
for some reason I just assume players go first. But yeah, that makes sense.
And this one I was doing it like dex, higher dex and ties or whatever.
And so wait, they're flying towards us, or they
No,
are
they're on the ground.
Okay.
They're running towards you. So fly.
Yeah. Okay. One attack. That is 18 plus 6. So let me get my.
AC is a meager 12.
That is 10 damage, 3 armor piercing.
What is their damage hit points?
And then this one's a 16.
Okay.
And that is a 12 damage, 3 armor piercing.
Okay.
My owlbear.
Ellie bear.
13?
Hit.
Okay.
AC 12.
Okay. And then 9 damage.
Okay, so they are going to descend upon the owlbear because, well, okay. 2 of them are attacking the owlbear, 3 of them are going to attack, 4 of them are going to go after Sumia. So, one of the owlbears is going to hit with 1 attack, and that's going to be 11 slashing
On me.
on the owlbear.
Oh, owlbear.
For Sumia, that one.
Minus
Armor piercing 1.
Oh, okay, so.
So Sumia is now getting a 7, 12, 30, 16 damage total. But it's spread across 2 attacks.
So I
Double your armor piercing. Double your armor.
2, 4.
And then subtract it from the.
Subtract 2, then, because you said minus 1 armor piercing.
Yeah. What do they roll for damage?
Wait, do you guys remember what he rolled for damage? 15? 16?
Let's say 16 and subtract 2, so you get 14 damage. Now, Corzel, it's your turn.
Okay. None of them are destroyed or anything, right?
No, the one that Sumia arrowed twice and owlbeared once looks like it's being torn apart. It looks pretty ragged, but they're all still going.
Okay. And how are they grouped up?
2 of them are on the owlbear. 3 of them are on Sumia.
Okay. Corzel will come from the side and attack one of them that's attacking Sumia.
Okay.
Is one of them that's attacking Sumia the one that she hit, or is that the one that's attacking the owlbear?
I'm gonna roll D6, 1 to 4. It's one on Sumia. Yes, one of them is on the one that they got hurt the most is on Sumia right now. So you can attack that one.
Yeah. So yeah, she'll attack that. She'll start by attacking that one first.
Okay.
14. Does that hit?
Yep. Their AC is a pathetic 12.
Okay, so I just want to make sure. What's my damage again? Yeah, okay. Almost max damage. 16 damage. One damage from max.
It is dead.
Nice.
It's kind of like hopping on one leg now. Like you shattered like one of its wings, like half of its body, and so it's kind of hopping and trying to claw. With one little
And that was the one that was already damaged?
Yes.
Okay. Then she'll hit a different one for her other attack.
Okay.
16 and then 9 damage. That's almost my lowest damage I could roll.
Wow.
So you started on one of them. Austin, he is. What's he gonna do? I think he has lightning bolt.
That's 2 away from my lowest damage.
One second, I'll be right back.
Austin's gonna magic missile some stuff because that's all he. I mean, he can fireball, but they're already in melee, so
Yep.
he's gonna pew the one that's almost dead and finish it off. And now it is Kamal's turn, but he is AFK.
I assume he's also going to do some magic missiles, but we'll see.
Normally I would say yes, but these are undead, and his magic missile, its tweak is that it does necrotic damage.
Gotcha.
Would not be useful on these. I guess. Well, we're waiting. Kelly, do you know what that StarCraft 2 war chest thing's about?
Isn't that all the expansions?
No, it's something where it's like you can buy a bunch of skins for the units, but I don't. From what I heard about it is that it's like you give Blizzard money, and then if you play the game, you can earn the skins, but you got to pay them to do that in the first place. From what I understand of it.
Is that how it works? Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought maybe you guys knew what it was all about because
It sounds like something that they're doing, like they've been doing with Dota a lot, where like you pay to basically have access to skins, and the money goes towards a pool for the tournament. I think they're basically doing the same thing for a tournament as well. Yeah.
But you don't pay to have access to it. It's from what I read is like you pay to be able to play the game and then earn them.
That sounds weird.
That's like you're not paying to buy them. It's like you're paying for the opportunity to play the game, get experience points, and get them. From what I read, and that just seems kind of weird. So, like you or maybe Jacob could confirm if that's what the deal is.
It seems to be that way. It seems to be it seems to be very similar to how they do to how what's it called? Valve does it with Dota 2.
Oh. Okay. Well, now that Hamal's back, so
Yes.
Hamal, so the one Harvest skeleton's getting destroyed. So there's 3 left on Sumia. One's taking a little bit of damage, and there's 2 on the owlbear, completely untouched.
I'll sorry, Sumia. I'm gonna shoot one of the ones on you with magic missiles and using just regular force damage. Let me see here. God, where's my there it is. I got 3 of them. All right, so the first one, I'm guessing 10 does not hit.
He is 12.
Okay. 10, 11, 13. Okay, one of them hit. One of them. Okay, and damage, 9 damage. Shoom! The other 2 just kind of go off into the storm.
They go between the ribs or the bones.
Yeah.
These things are so hard to hit. Now we're back up to Sumia's turn.
All right. I scoot back and shoot some more. Obviously that's a hit. 19.
Are you hitting the one that got magic missile?
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever was hitting me that I was hitting before.
But
oh my god, I didn't know there's.
Corzell hit one, and then Hamal just hit it as well. So I was assuming you're attacking that same one.
Yeah, whichever one I started with, right?
That one got destroyed.
Oh, it did. Okay, right. And then whatever they're hitting, yeah.
Okay.
So that's 7 damage, 3 armor piercing. And then that is not a hit. That's a 9.
Do
okay.
you have a reroll thing? I can't remember if you did or not.
I haven't looked at the ranger still. I'm sorry. I'm just going.
You have Undead Hunter?
I do.
She does. She does.
So that adds more damage to this.
Forgot about that. Undead.
D4 or something?
Let me add that D4 to the other
I think it's just a D4. But it's
I think you added it to a D6 on your ranger thing, but whatever. I'll take D4 for now.
It could be higher. I just remember it as a D4. But yeah.
This is the owlbear because the other one I didn't hit. That's a hit, and then 9 damage again.
okay. Now it is their turn. So they're still going after the owl. 2 of them are the owlbear. 1 net 1 to the owlbear. So the owlbear takes
damage.
16 damage. Owlbear takes 16 slashing from prison one. Critical hit. The last 3 are so 2 are going on Sumia still.
Okay, so wait, 16 minus 1 for my damage. Okay, 16.
Okay, so Sumia, you are getting clawed twice again. 4, 6, 11, 12, 20 total.
Hold on.
Corzo, what's their AC?
How much? Sorry.
20.
15.
Altogether for 2 attacks.
15. So one of them turns on you and starts clawing at you, but it can't get through your armor. Yeah, 2 attacks.
2 attacks. Okay, so that would be minus 2, so it's 18. Got it.
Now it is Olsen. Oh no, Corzo, it's your turn. So there's one that's been damaged again pretty badly on Sumia, and then there's 2 by the outlet. So there's 3 still on Sumia. There's 2 on the owlbear.
Sumia is done her attacks then? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Every once in a while, your voice does break out a bit, so I can't tell. But yeah, okay. All right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just like it gets disseminated into the air. Your voice is just like it's a weird sound effect. I can kind of make out what you're saying, but not really. But yeah, okay. Let's see.
Okay. Well, if you need us to repeat this, get it, or internet sucks ass. So.
Where is she?
Okay.
Oh.
I think my internet's pretty shitty right now too. I'm like, where's my dice roller? I'm on the page. I'm just not. But I was looking at the tabs, not the actual page itself. Yeah, she'll attack the one that's damaged. She misses, but she'll attack again. She misses again. Okay, cool. Thanks. I rolled 2 2s, not natural 1s, but 2 2s. So yeah, that was cool.
Hooray for 1 and 4. Ellison's going to triple spam he's on a nat 20 hit and miss. So twice, and now it's all to
Lily. What? I'm right here. Oh, my turn?
no, it's small turn.
Oh.
Yes. How many we got left again?
There are 5 left.
Jeez.
One of them is near death or near destruction, and then there are 4 of them. 3 on Sumia, 2 on.
2 on the owlbear.
I
Yeah,
thought there was only 4 altogether.
there's 6.
Corzell
I wanna
whiffed
say
both
again,
her
well,
attacks.
6 level 7 monsters. How that...
Yeah, I'll shoot one of the untouched ones on Sumia. Well, that's a natural one. That's 9, and that's 10. No, woof woof woof. Super triple whiff.
Corzel double whiff too. So yeah.
Sumia looks like it's our star player this fight.
Yeah.
She hops back again. She tells her Albert to come with her.
It's funny because like I think this round was our unluckiest round by far ever.
Yeah, it's been bad.
Yeah.
Usually Sumia misses, and then you guys just go to town and everything.
Yeah, usually we get
pretty.
Usually I get like 19s and like pretty pretty high.
Okay, so is that one attack?
Mm-hmm.
That destroys the other one, so then there's 2 left on you and 2 on the Owlbear.
Well, I moved back on the way.
Oh, they're going to keep coming at you.
And that misses.
Owlbear?
We'll hit one of the ones on it. That only misses 2, 10.
Okay, Owlbear. I miss Owlbear. I hit Owlbear. Owlbear eats 10 damage.
That's not too bad. So it would be... wait. Because he has damage.
One's going to go after Corzel. That one actually hits for 11. 1 piercing, and then one's going to hit Sumia for 10, 14 damage. 1 piercing.
Just 1 hit.
Just 1 hit.
You said 14? 1 armor piercing?
Yes.
Sorry, I have to do the math, so it'd be 13.
Have I depleted your vitality?
Yeah, I'm in my wounds. 30.
Now,
I am 15 wounds away from dying. Or going
Corzel's on the scene.
Get scratched up pretty bad.
Sorry, I'm just doing my math.
Corzel.
Just doing HP.
Okay.
There we go. Can't really think right now. You're how much? What's your max HP? Your wounds rather. Sumia?
My max wounds is 45, and I'm at 30. I've taken 30, so I have 15 left.
Okay. Yeah, healing word lets me cast it as a minor action, right? Or swift action, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Corzel's right up next to Sumia anyway, so yeah, she'll just like basically rub up against her in a sense.
Oh
my. While hefting her warhammer for a strike, she'll lay her hand on your shoulder and heal you. For let's see, D8 plus 3, 9 damage. 9 health, rather. And then, catching her hammer again with both hands, she'll come down with a 12, and she hits it, right? The 12 hits.
Yep. Yeah.
Just barely, but yeah, she'll hit whatever one's like she thinks is the most damaged, basically, of the group that's attacking Sumia.
Okay. The 2 attacking her they're both untouched.
Okay. 16 damage.
Okay.
And then she'll attack again, and she'll miss.
Hamal, Austin is going to go pew pew pew. He's going to miss, hit, and miss. Aroni.
God damn.
This is like, I didn't think it'd be this like arduous.
Luck is always a part of D&D, right? Like, it's just, plain and simple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's part of like everything.
I've seen fights where I've had fights as a DM where I'm like, oh yeah, you guys will blow through this, and I've almost killed people. I'm like, what the hell's wrong? It's just people just rolling really poorly.
I did that Goblin adventure for the first Pathfinder thing they ever did for Rise of the Rune Lords, where you go to a festival and fight goblins, and I killed the entire party in the first encounter.
Jesus.
Whoops.
Well, to be fair, the party was a bard, favored soul, and a dread necromancer.
Not the tankiest.
The bard, I think.
They're all pretty squishy.
Yeah, they're all pretty squishy.
Well, I mean, the bard was probably the bad one in the first place. Hamal.
Yes. I'll attempt to do the same thing. Oh my god. Okay. 8. 23. Yay. 24. All right. Great. I get to do 2 damage. 2d4 damage. Plus 5 this time. 4 plus 9. 14 damage.
Okay. So, and now we're back at the Sumia.
Now I'm going to, behind everybody else, obviously, or near Hamal or wherever.
Okay.
I'm going to take my owlbear and put him behind me.
Okay.
And shoot. Okay, that hits. For 10, 3 armor piercing.
It's still up. But if you hit it again, you'll probably kill it. If you hit it.
Nope. My owlbear.
Owlbear might be able to.
I don't want my owlbear to get near that stuff.
Okay.
So, my owlbear's halfway gone as well, so I'm just going to try and stay away. I'm hoping they go to other people.
Okay, so they're going to gang upon Corzale, we'll say. So that's 4 on Corzale. Miss. Hit. Miss.
Oh my god!
Well, Corzale's got the armor. 10 damage, Corzale, 1 piercing.
That's the whole point of having armor.
Corzale's got the heavy. She's super tank. This is great.
10 damage, 1 piercing?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now it's Corzale's turn.
Her turn? Okay.
Yeah.
On my way.
I should have. So, 6. So, she still has vitality left. Okay. There we go.
How much vitality do you have left?
6.
Okay.
Yeah, the next attack should probably knock it off. Let's see. Yeah, she'll attack them. She'll keep attacking the one that's the most damaged. She thinks.
I keep thinking you guys have way more points than you actually do.
Yeah, no. Vitality never really gets that high. It seems. Unless you're like a warrior, I guess.
I don't want you guys. I don't want you to walk out of the fight going, "Hey, yeah, I got all my points back now," sort of thing.
Yeah.
Unless I just roll like horrible.
18 definitely hits, so 13 damage.
That one is destroyed, so there's 3 left on you. One of them had a couple ribs chewed off by the owlbear.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I should have blessed my weapon, but you know.
Little things.
Well, for radiant damage against skeletons, but yeah.
I was just like, why isn't Corzale spending favor to re-roll? Like, I thought that was still a thing, and I was like, another you mentioned a blessed weapon, I was like, oh yeah, it's a blessed weapon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought that was a natural 20. No, it's just a normal 20. Then 8 damage though, so not. Oh, so yeah, 1 damage from my lowest. Yeah.
Just 8?
Yeah, just 8.
Okay, so I've been there, and now it is Olliston. Pew pew pew. He will hit twice. A max damage on both of them, so it's 20 total. And Hamal.
All right, let's do this. I busted the most damaged looking one.
I'm just assuming you guys are auto-targeting the the most badly busted up one.
Yeah. 15 hits, 24 hits, 12 hits. Yay! Okay.
Triple slam.
24 damage.
Oh. 4. That will finish that one off. So there's only 2 left. Sumia, there's 2 left.
Oh god.
They're both in tip-top shape.
Away from me in Mal there.
Yes, they're going after Corzel now.
Right. Nat 20, so that's 12. That's 18 damage, 3 armor piercing.
Okay.
Second hit. Okay. Hopefully, 11, 3 armor piercing.
Okay.
And then
I'm saying that.
I'm gonna have an Alder.
Okay, so after Corzel again, it's a 1 a hit and a 2 a hit. So our Corzel is taking over 12, 13, 21 damage, but this is spread across 2 attacks.
Okay. Oh, no, that's not right at all.
And they're both 1 piercing as well.
Yeah. I just keep reducing my damage reduction, basically. Oh, what the hell? 9. Okay. I was trying to figure out the leftover. Okay, there we go. It's her turn now.
Yes.
Yep. Let's see this roll. 14, 18. Those are the attacks.
Okay.
And then damage is 16 and 15.
Oh, that one is dead, so there's 1 left.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
she just molests it.
I hit it pretty good.
Yeah, Sumi hit it pretty good, and so those 2 hammer strikes that'll bust it apart. So I guess hit, and 3 hits. Okay. Hamal, you're up.
All right. Let's do this. 17, 27. Okay, 2 hits.
2 could be as bad as 1.
18 damage.
And Sumia.
How much damage? Wait, how much damage do your things do?
1d4 plus intelligence.
I might see my out there then.
How did you do 18 damage?
I rolled 8 and 2 separate missiles.
Come on. Barely made it. Okay, that one hits.
Did you just hit once?
Yeah, that's 14, 3 armor piercing.
I suck at math.
Nope, Elder misses.
Okay, so last one, almost dead, goes after Corzel. And 14 on Corzel.
14 damage?
Yeah. So not 14 plus any attack bonus.
Okay. All right.
I'm
Okay,
done.
if you can hit it, Corzel, it's dead. It only has two wound points left.
Yeah, she crits it. So.
Why is it even still fighting?
Utterly destroyed. Well, it's a mindless and dead thing. And I know it's we're going past 6 o'clock. So next session, you guys will be able to explore the sphere to see what's around.